Hey everybody, Will Martin here. So, as you probably heard, Redondevout was found guilty today. She was charged with criminally negligent homicide and found guilty of that. Also, she was charged with gross neglect of an impaired adult and found guilty of that also. She's looking at perhaps 3 to 6 years in prison as a result of this. Now, does this happen to nurses very often? No, it doesn't. But do mistakes happen that result in death? Unfortunately, more often than we realize. And, how do you feel about that? That's something that I'd like to know. I think what this is going to do is it's certainly going to pause nurses and physicians, PAs, NPs from reporting near misses because we're going to go right back to what we used to do and just try to sweep it under the rug if we make a mistake. Although, let's be honest, in today's world of Epic and computers, it's certainly more difficult to hide an error than it used to be. But right is right, and if you make an egregious error and it results in someone's death, you're probably going to pay the price for it. In this case, this nurse had the opportunity several times to realize that she was preparing and administering the wrong drug, but she did it anyway. And you have to ask yourself, would you go through that many steps to make that kind of an error and not recognize it at some point before you actually pushed the plunger and injected this medication? And even if you did inject that medication, wouldn't you look at that patient and realize immediately that you've paralyzed the patient, patient's not breathing? Now, maybe she did, I don't know. But in any case, I mean, this is an error that, unfortunately, it happened. It probably has happened several times in the past. We just, it's not written about. We don't know it, but we do know that mistakes happen all the time. So what happens from here? Well, I think there's going to be a seed planted in some prosecutors' minds that if another medical error occurs that results in the death of a patient, this is going to be an option on the table to charge that medical provider criminally. It certainly adds to the burden of what we do every day, and we have to be extremely vigilant and extremely careful. I think for students out there that are in school or thinking about going to school, this is a great example of how serious a business you're getting in. This is a business with many sides to it. You have to be caring, you have to have compassion, you also have to have patience, and you have to be in control of your environment, especially when you're administering a medication to a patient. Now, this is all easy to say, but I head into work tomorrow morning, and like I do every morning, there's a little bit of fear inside of me every single day when I walk into work, wondering, am I going to lose my focus? Am I going to be distracted? Am I going to not know what to do? Am I going to screw up? These are things that I face every day. And to be honest with you, when I first started in nursing and when I first started as an NP, I don't think I was nearly as afraid, probably because I didn't know what I didn't know. And now that I've been around for a few years, I can envision all the things that can go wrong before they do. And I hope that that helps me to avoid making a mistake. But I'd like to hear what you think about it. So please leave some comments and please subscribe to the channel. And I'll talk to you again soon.